What's up, guys? So this is going to be what I want you to do as part of your tasks and how you're going to handle this list of leads I have. Now, before we go into exactly what we're going to do, I want you guys to understand what we'll be doing with this list. So what we are doing with this information is we're going to be selling Facebook advertising to the people on this list. Specifically, we're spelling a special offer Facebook ad that is a 1 week to 1 month trial that then brings in new customers to that gym, tracks a whole bunch of people, and allows them to grow and expand. So, keeping that in mind, we're also targeting local businesses and businesses that aren't large corporations. It's totally okay if the business is a chain and there's a chain of, I don't know, 20, 30 gyms, that's fine. But if it's a massive gym that already has great marketing, like a Planet Fitness or a 24-hour fitness, anytime fitness, ones that are just where there's just hundreds of them, we're not going to be targeting those specific people. And what happened with this list is that we get this raw data and we need it trimmed down. And so that's where you guys come in. You're going to help identify the businesses that don't match the criteria we're looking for. So that means they aren't running a special offer ad and they're a local gym, basically. So the way we're going to do that is you're going to go through each one of these listings in a row, one by one, and check the Facebook pages and figure out if the business matches the criteria we just mentioned. And if the business does match the criteria we just mentioned, you'll go over into this section and you'll add the owner's name. Now, to get the owner's name will typically be found on the website, which, as you can see, is right here. And if you don't want to move all the way back to the spreadsheet, you can find it on Facebook. So now let's go through an example really quick and sometimes you can actually spot some of these listings that you already know aren't the right ones. Like Planet Fitness, if you don't already know, it's okay, but you'll figure it out. Let's just click through to Planet Fitness and let me show you what a big corporation's website is going to look like. All right, so it should be pretty obvious. This is a massive, it's a large corporation. It's not a small business because they have 5 million people like their page on Facebook. That's the first sign. And now we're going to go through their ads, and I'm willing to bet that they're running a whole series of ads already, and they know exactly what they're doing. Yeah, they know exactly what they're doing. They're a big company. Well, big companies don't always know what they're doing, but yeah. See, so this is a classic example of a big company that doesn't belong in our list. So click right here, this green section, left click, and then click delete row. And that's how I want you guys to just get rid of that whole row of information if the business doesn't match our criteria. Now let's just click through another one and see what other examples we can find. So I want you guys to see visually, okay, this page isn't available. Dividend Studio. All right, here we go. So it's pretty clear right here that this is a real local business. It says Portland Dance Studio, right? And now we're going to take a look at their ads. They aren't running any ads. So what did we just discover? They aren't running a special offer advertisement on Facebook. They are a local business. What does that mean? Bam, we're going to keep them on the list. And the next thing that means that we're going to figure out who the owner is. So it looks like Christian McTosh Nilsson may be the owner. Might be, but but the easier way to figure that out, of course, is just to go over to their website, take a look at the About section, and see who we can find. Team Diva. Here we go. Davi Kristen Nelson. All right, well, no, how easy it's going to be to figure out who's who here. They have a pretty big team. That's annoying. All right. Well, I would just assume. All right, we'll just go after Krista Nelson. So just add her to the list. If you're confused, because it's just like that example where it's not always 100% clear who the owner is, then just add whoever you believe to be the owner. Use your common sense and judgment on that. Typically, the owner is going to show up prominently somewhere. All right, what do we have here? Skyhook Ninja Fitness. So, pretty sure these people aren't a massive corporate, aren't a larger corporation. So let's go to just check out their website really quick. First Week Unlimited. Yeah, so when we see something, it's like the owner and operator right here, and you can see all the names of the different people. It should be clear at this point that they are actually a local business and they're not a big company. So cool. We know the guy's name is Cody, so we're going to write that down here. This is the owner. And we'll just plop that right on in there. And preferably, yeah, always try to, well, don't try to, make sure you do this. Make sure that you don't leave the data in all caps because it looks super messy and we're going to be sending emails to these people. We don't want the email to have all caps. Make sense? Yeah, makes sense, right? Just use the proper formatting there. So now let's take a look at the info and ads. So they're not running any info and ads. They're a local business. So clearly we're going to keep them on the list and we found their name. So I think you guys understand the gist of what we're doing. And we're just going to go through each of one of those listings once again, one by one, and make these changes and make sure that everyone that's left on the list has a name. And if you can't find a name after a really long time of searching, then okay, move on, because I don't want you to waste an enormous amount of time, but definitely make a really strong effort to find all of the names, because if you don't have most of the names on the list, I am definitely we're going to have a bit of an issue as far as come time to payment. And I obviously I know you don't want to have any issues. I don't want to have any issues, and I'm not trying to sound negative here, but just so you know. All right, well, that's basically that, and I hope that this helped and you understand exactly the process to go through. So I'm looking forward to working with some people on this. And yes, we will also be having some, we'll also be getting some people to come on long term and do this kind of work for us. As long as you guys, one of you guys or a few of you guys do a good job. All right. Appreciate it.